Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Gurave Namaha. I bow to God. I bow to all the divine incarnations. I bow to all the masters of all times and all places. I bow to my beloved Gurudev. I bow to all of you and the entire creation. Om. It is by the grace of God and Sri Gurudev, we are celebrating the 50th year of Sri Gurudev's going to West, and also the 25th annual International Intensive Kriya Yoga Seminar. Human body is a special body. Human spine is equally a gifted one, and so also the brain. We, the human beings, keep our spine most of the time vertical, although some other animals, they keep it vertical for short time. And our brain is specially built, although all living beings have brain. Use of brain and use of spine in an effective and productive manner makes us more distinct. The spine should be straight and flexible. And the brain, which is the playground of the mind, intellect, ego, and memory, should also be active, positive, dynamic. And to keep this brain active, positive, dynamic, and also if we sit straight, to keep the internal organs having their good space within. For example, if I sit with bent body, so there will be more pressure on the lower abdomen. Lower abdomen will press all other internal organs. If we sit straight and keeping the lung gets it one good space inside, to use the brain in a good manner and to use the lung in a healthy way, we have to sit straight and we have to breathe properly. Sri Gurudev told again and again, he said, the brain needs maximum oxygen. And he told oxygen is the nutrition of the brain. Oxygen is the nutrition of the brain, one thing. Positive thought good thought, motivating thought is equally necessary for a healthy brain. Healthy brain means healthy memory, healthy mind. We are all on the path of sadhana. How do we breathe? How do we think? These two things will determine our health physically, mentally, and spiritually. This morning we discussed about the body and its traditional yogic measurement. I will give you another information. Informations are good, but they are not so important, but entertaining. Can you know from the navel to the heart? Navel to the heart, the physical distance is from 12 till 14 fingers distance from navel to the heart. So this finger. Now I will come to the finger and breath. I told you that ordinarily a person's breath means exhalation, is of 12 fingers length, meaning the warm air can be felt up to this. देहात बहिर्गत वायु स्वभाव द्वादशांगुलम. देहर बहिर्गत वायु स्वभाव द्वादशांगुलम. Naturally, the length of the breath from the end of the nose, it will be nearly 12 fingers. This morning, some people are trying to measure your breath. It is not now in normal state. You'll say, then what? Because you are sitting straight, the mind is more peaceful than even your ordinary mind in the world. Then it is said how the breath changes, the length of this breath changes with the activities. It is said, Gayane Sodosangulyo. When one is singing, while singing, the breath is coming through the mouth, remember. Exhalation is through the mouth. Those who sing, I told the other day, good singers, they need good lung. Just like long chanting of Om, it needs good lung. So, Sodosangulam, Gayane Sodosangulyoho, Bhojane Vinsati Tatha. When one is eating, the length of breath is increasing. While singing, it is 16, and while taking food, it is 20. Chaturdasangulo prastho nidrayam tridasangulihi. While walking, the length of the breath increases. And so also while sleeping. Although during sleep, the breath is a little bit deeper. Still then this length of the breath from nose, this increases during sleep. Maithune sartrinsha juktam. Maithune sartrinsha juktam. When a person is sexually excited, it goes up to 36 fingers length. Vyayamecha tatodhikam. In exercises, even it becomes longer. It is not written in anger how much. Somewhere I read, vaguely I remember, when one is angry, the breath becomes even longer. So you'll say, if this is the information the yogis have given, what to do? Kriya Yoga, many times people get a little confused, I will tell you. Kriya Yoga is based on slow, long, and deep scientific breath. Be very clear. Sometimes people get confused. I'll tell why. Slow, long, and deep scientific breath. It is said that our breath is mantra. Our breath is mantra. We chant Gayatri, Om Bhurvubhasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonah Prachodayat. We chant Gayatri mantra. This breath is called as Ajapa Gayatri. This breath is called as Ajapa Gayatri. It is said about breath, our exhalation, inhalation, in a normal human body and normal condition is on an average 4 seconds breath. On an average 4 seconds breath. Meaning, in a minute, a person is breathing 15 times. So 15 breaths per minute. Those who are yogis, they reduce the rate of breath. Those who are bhogis or rajasic, they increase the rate of breath. If ordinary breath is 4 seconds, I don't know what doctors will tell how many times normally a person breathes. Is there 14 to 18, he is telling. But our yogis said 15 on an average. The yogis have observed that this, whether it is 14 to 18 or 15 per minute, one breath 4 seconds. Suppose 2 seconds inhalation, 2 seconds exhalation. This breath is unhealthy breath, although we call it as normal. What happens if you observe the 2 seconds breath, inhalation, 2 seconds exhalation? The old air remains in the body longer. Fresh air doesn't go into the lung. To empty the lung and to put fresh air into the lung is not possible. You observe. You can see, while you are observing your normal breath, you will see that our breath is really not going too deep. Young children or in young human beings, if they will be taught how to breathe better, slow, long, deep breath, many diseases will disappear. Physical, mental diseases will disappear, many. Not only that, when they will grow older, the aging process will not be too quick. The lung and heart will be much healthier with this slow, long, deep breath. Here, there is no need of holding the breath, only slow, long, deep breath. It is said that if we have to decrease the rate of breath from 15 per minute, decrease it to 12, to 10. So there is need for a conscious effort. There is need for, so now from normal natural breath, we have to put some conscious effort for few minutes in a day. Nowadays, if I ask you, you all have come for intensive Kriya practice. Our meditation is not really deep. You will say, why? Meditation is not just sitting with eyes closed and longer. Meditation will be deep and longer if in the body, the blood is decarbonized and blood is more oxygenated and the brain is provided enough oxygen and the inner mental agitation is reduced, mind is peaceful, then slowly what will happen? The need for oxygen will be reduced. There will be less need for breath. So one can stay longer in meditation. How? One should practice Kriya Pranayama little longer and longer and longer and longer. This morning, when I was asking, how many do we really meditate? 2 times daily. This morning, I asked a group of students. I will not tell, it was not really a, a joyful response, which will give joy to the teacher. Oh, they all are meditating. All are. I see also in my condition, in my 20s, in my 30s, in my 40s, how much my body was dynamic and meditation, activities, everything, even the breath, the lung. And when body is getting older, so now I am in 60s, I see that how the body, the internal organs, they become weaker. One can feel it. So even if I have been practicing it, I observe there is a little degeneration. And with ordinary people, when we are living in the world, how to do it? You have to consciously put effort. I'll do it. I will tell you how to do. The yogis have told the path is pranayama. The path is pranayama. For annamaya kosha, we take enough food. For other koshas, what food do we take? So for pranamaya kosha, there is need for pranayama. Pranayama is a compound word. 2 words together make it pranayama. One is prana, the other is ayama. Pranasya ayama, pranayama, pranasya ayama. Prana we have been discussing, it is much clearer to us what prana is. What is ayama? Ayama, this word in Sanskrit, is from the root verb yam. Root verb yam, yatsati. It has quite a few meanings. One is to check, to control, and to stop. One meaning is to check, to control, and to stop. Ayama. The second one is to offer and to give. Third one is to support. This is very unusual use. It is the Vedic use, to support. And the fourth one is to extend and to stretch. To extend and to stretch. If we go to these 4 meanings of root verb yam, yam yatsati, to check, to control, and to stop. You can check your breath if you watch your breath. If you watch your breath, you can check your breath how it is. Sri Gurudev told that the yogi knows how to control the breath. And control is possible by watching. A child is restless. Child thinks that my mother doesn't know what I'm doing or doing something. And once the child knows that the mother is watching, the child behaves as if it's innocent. Same thing with the mind, same thing with breath. Before going little more elaborate to this, I will come back because thoughts are coming. Do you know, everybody tells mind control, mind control, mind control, cleaning the mind, cleaning the mind. But how? Has anybody in our family, in our childhood, any parents, ordinarily, exceptions are there. Everybody tells, be peaceful, sit down quiet, study, focus your mind on study. If the child would have asked, tell me how to focus, tell me how to be peaceful, tell me how to be calm and quiet, most of the parents will have no answer. Yes or no? Did anybody teach us from our childhood till now, either our parents or the teacher in the school or our school, university syllabus, curriculum, how to take care of the mind? Isn't our education really incomplete? Yes, academically we are getting, students are bright. Now little children, they're so much, into this gadget, and they can, somebody was telling, the few years old little grandchild is telling the grandparents, oh, you don't know how to use this, do this, do that, send it to me. And poor grandparents are feeling so miserable that these little babies, they're quite smart. Yes, they're smart, it's true, it's good, nothing wrong. But they also to be taught how to take care of your own smartness, your mind. And because slowly when one is growing up, if you remember the other day's question, a teenager is asking how to remain really good. Here, I again take you to the Bhagavad Gita. In the Bhagavad Gita Mahatmya, it is said, study the scriptures and do pranayama every day. Gita dhyana silasya pranayama parasya cha. It is said two things. Study the Gita. Study the Gita means it will give you good thought, motivation. Pranayama, it will clean within. Mind needs cleaning. So to check, to control, and to stop. So if ayama is a technique to check, control, and to stop. So what is pranayama? To watch your breath, to check your breath, control your breath, and stop your breath. Stop your breath. I will take you to one verse from Jnana Sankalini Tantra. We have, our ashram has this publication. It's a beautiful book. The text is so practical. Name is Tantra. And ordinarily people might think, oh, some tantric technique. In this Jnana Sankalini Tantra, there is a verse. It is telling that how naturally and in a comfortable way we should be in that state. There is description of Khechari Mudra. What is Khechari Mudra? It is said in Jnana Sankalini Tantra, Drushti sthira yasya vina avalokanam swasasthira yasya vina avarodhanam vayusthira yasya vina avarodhanam manasthira yasya vina avalambanam sat mudra eva kathita tu khechari. What is khechari mudra? Drishti sthira. Sit straight, eyes open. The eyes will not blink so much, or it will stop blinking. This is the beginning. Without any effort, without looking at anything. You will be looking, but you are not looking at. Do you know, a great spiritual master told, see, but look not. See, but look not. Touch, but feel not. Touch, but feel not. Eat, but taste not. You will say, it sounds little contradiction. Look, you see, but look not. Eyes open, there will be, visions will be there, but don't stare looking at this, looking at that, no need. If I have to see anything, I have to see God. I have to see goodness. Why my mind will direct my eyes? See what he's doing. He's doing this, so what is up to me? It doesn't matter. Drishti sthira yasya vina avalokanam vayu sthira yasya vina avarodhanam. There is no need for holding the breath, but the breath will be naturally slow. Naturally slow. Then it will be feeble. Then it will naturally stop. In the yogic practice, there is a technique, not a technique, a state. It is called as Kebali Kumbhaka. It is called as Kebali Kumbhaka. Maybe some other time we'll discuss. Manasthira yasya vina avalambanam. I'm looking at the picture of my Gurudev. Looking at him, looking at him, looking at him. The mind is peaceful. Looking at a symbol, maybe a om, maybe a cross, maybe anything. A symbol in the front, I'm looking at it. The mind becomes quiet because my mind is focused on an object. But here in Khechari Mudra, it is said, your mind is not on any object, but it is becoming still. So three things: Drishti sthira, Vayu sthira, Manas sthira. Look is still, unblinking eyes. Even eyes closed, the look is focused in one point, nowhere else. Breath is slow and feeble. Breath is still. Mind is slow and feeble. Mind is clean and clear. Empty mind. If one attempts this, that person is practicing real Khechari Mudra. Keep the tongue back. All right. I have seen in people practicing Hatha Yoga, and there are some technique to practice Khechari Mudra. Completely restless, extremely materialistic, but they can do Khechari Mudra. So, however, one meaning of pranayama is to check, to control, and to stop breath. Do you know, in Hatha Yoga, they do different types of breath control. But that is not enough. As I told you, that one should do two things: study and practice. Mind should be focused. One advantage in modern world, for whatever reason, many people are practicing yoga. all over the world. And yoga has become a very good business also. It is a billion, trillion dollars business all over the world. Yoga business. Nothing wrong. It's good. People are coming into, I have no comment. But most of the people come for yoga. It is for keeping body healthy or looking younger. Body will be flexible, dynamic, young, looking young, beautiful. Nothing wrong. Stay young. But spiritual aspect of yoga is neglected. Spiritual aspect of yoga is perceiving divinity, transforming human mind, attitude, behavior, thinking, reaction, ego, anger, jealousy, to reduce it. The second meaning of ayama, yama dhatu, is to offer or to give. Pranayama is offering of prana or giving prana. With eyes closed, every breath is to be offered. Sri Gurudev said, inner fire ceremony. Gurudev said, inner fire ceremony. People are busy in outer fire ceremony ritual. Nothing wrong again. This early afternoon, I was sitting and watching fire ceremony. The priests are chanting and offering. All right. I was looking at which wood, which they are offering, and so on. All right. Again in Jnana Sankalini Tantra, it is said, na homam ityahu samadhau tattu bhuyate brahmagnau bhuyate pranam homa karma taduchyate. The external fire ceremony is homa, havana, but it is not real havana. What is real havana? This Jnana Sankalini Tantra is the dialogue between Lord Shiva and Parvati. Lord Shiva is telling Parvati, real fire ceremony is Brahmagnau Huyate Prana. Brahmagni. In the body, there is fire. In the body, there is fire. Many people complain of poor digestion. In Ayurveda, it is called as Mandagni. Manda Agni. Mandagni. Liver, which is Yakrut. Its Sanskrit, the traditional Ayurvedic name is Agnyasaya, the source of fire. It has a name. In the Nepal, there is fire. Just like we cook food. The food is cooked in two ways. One is Saurapaka, one is Agnipaka. Paka means cooking. Paka means cooking. Saurapaka, Agnipaka. That which is being cooked by sun. You will say, what does it mean? All our fruits, vegetable, plants, cereals, grain, everything is cooked naturally with sunlight. Naturally with sunlight. The fruit ripes with sunlight. It is called as Saurapaka. Saura means solar energy. Paka means cooked. The other is Agnipaka. Even nowadays they have, it's scientific age, it's also interesting. One can cook with solar light. One can cook vegetable. So the cooking pot is in a special way. With sunlight, the food will be cooked. I'm not talking about fruit is ripe and this with even food can be cooked because sun is fire. In our kitchen, we cook with fire. Inside the body, this digestive system, it is called as Anna Paripaka. Paripaka. It is cooked. Again, it is recooked inside the body, Paripaka, the digestive system. The food should be digested, assimilated, and should be excreted in a healthy way. How long does the food we take, normally how long does it stay in our body? Huh? 4 hours. Wait. The thing is, I'm talking of human food. I'm not talking of animal food. Most of the human beings are animals. Normally, it stays 4 hours. It is true. Do you know, I observe my system a lot. I'm not telling out of reading the books. I am experimenting in my body. I have done it. I know it. I have observed in my own system. So it is really interesting, this human system. If it stays longer, it is unhealthy. It is unhealthy. For 6 hours, fine. 8 hours, all right. Longer than this. Because you see, the food will be decomposing more and more if it stays longer. And surely it will have, other formation. So it will affect the health. Healthy digestion, healthy evacuation, healthy body, healthy mind. Those who spend longer time or more time in toilet or longer period in toilet, I'm not talking of old people, exception, because in old days metabolism and physical movement, it is different. But in healthy body, young people, 40, 50, 60, if you spend longer period in toilet, it is not healthy. It is not a good sign. However, there is fire in the body. It is said, Brahmagnau huyate pranam. You should offer the oblation of prana in Brahmagni. Where is Brahmagni? Those who practice Kriya Yoga, they know it in the body where Brahmagni is. So Brahmagni is inside the brain. And those who practice Kriya Yoga, they know exact where it is. So they know it. So Brahmagnau huyate pranam. Because the second meaning of ayama is offering and giving. So every breath should be an offering. Lord Shiva is telling Mother Parvati. Our Gurudev said inner fire ceremony. Gurudev quoted Rabindra Sangit. বিশ্বধাতার যজ্ঞশালায় আত্মহোমের বহ্নি জ্বালায় জীবন যেন এই আহুতি মুক্তি আছে এই আকাশে বিশ্বধাতার যজ্ঞশালায় this body is the altar of fire ceremony created by whom? The divine. আত্মহোমের বহ্নি জ্বালায়, the inner fire is continuously burning. Jivana jena dei ahuti mukti ase. Jivana means breath. Let I offer my every breath as an oblation in the external fire ceremony. You'll say, what is external fire ceremony? Look, again, prana, life. Suppose I'm talking to you, I'm giving my life to you, giving my thought to you, giving my ideas to you. Why? If this thought, this idea can help you to transform yourself. This is again external, same inner fire ceremony in the external world. With eyes closed, offer your breath. With eyes open, when we are in the world, we have to live a life of service. Every word will be seva. Every thought will be seva. Every activity will be seva. Continuously. This is also Brahmagno Huyate Pranam. Every word is mantra. What means with breath? My life is not only for myself. I will live for others also. Those who live for themselves, they live, but their life is not real life. Those who give their life for others, it's real life. That is why the spiritual masters say, be healthy, help others to be healthy. Be strong, help others to be strong. Be dynamic, make others dynamic. You dance, make others dance. But what ordinary people they're doing? They become angry, they make others to be angry. Do you know what happens in the family? The wife and husband, they had little. It happens. So Gurudev said, you know, they have Rabi dosha. In astrological said Rabi dosha, there is some problem in the sun in their horoscope. Gurudev was telling in humor, what is Rabi dosha? In the daytime they quarrel, in the nighttime quarrel subsides. Rabi dosha. So when there is quarrel, suppose the husband is shouting, you did this, you didn't do this, you didn't do this. The wife is not talking anything. She is doing everything quietly. Why are you not answering me? I'm telling so much. The wife is not doing anything, making tea for the husband and preparing snack for the husband. I am asking you, tell me. Then the wife smiled. If I tell something, then you'll counter. Then I'll counter. Then you'll counter. No need. What you told, I realize here is the mistake. Mistake will be somewhere, either in you or in me. I'm trying to rectify myself. By talking, it doesn't solve. We exchange. Sometimes I want an answer from you. What shall the person will do? The mistake is done. You want an answer. So, however, Brahmagno Huyate Pranam. The Vedic use of the word yam is to support. Ayama is support. Vyayama. B, ayama, vyayama, exercise. It is ayama. Then the real meaning of pranayama again coming, the people what they do, it is to extend your breath. Ordinary breath. Again, I'm taking you back. How many seconds? 4 seconds. You extend it, you stretch it. You, from your normal breath, make it slow, long, deep breath. This slow, long, deep breath. In other words, it is more internalized breath. Slow, long, deep breath is more internalized breath. Again, what does it mean? You are internally extending your period of inhalation, meaning taking more fresh air into your lung. You are exhaling in an extended way, longer. Your normal 12 fingers breath will be short. That is what short breath. Your 12 finger breath, it will be short. I don't know, those who are old time Kriya, they will tell that sometimes Gurudev used to tell, you come, watch my breath. He will put your finger near my nose. I'm breathing. Gurudev will tell, do you feel hot air coming? Gurudev will take the finger and put it here. And one will feel no hot air is coming, but Gurudev is breathing. That is what slow breath is, short breath is. But people thought short breath is, it is hyperventilation. It is hyperventilation. This is not what short breath is. Now, extend your breath. Make it slow, long, deep. Inhale, slow, long, deep. Exhale, slow, long, deep. Inhale, slow, long, deep. Exhale, slow, long, deep. Inhale, slow, long, deep. Now, this is not really spiritual pranayama. You said then, come back when I was talking of Ajapa Gayatri, Hamkarena Bahiriyati, Sakarena Vishat Punaha. The breath is going out with a special sound. It is called as hum. Breath is going in with a special sound called as sa. It becomes hum, sa, hum, sa, hum, sa. Hamsa, 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 hamsa. Actually, this hamsa is not really hamsa. You'll say, then what is that? Aham, saha, aham, saha, aham, saha. It is not hamsa. It's shortened. Aham means I, saha means my father, my divine mother. I and my father are one. Gurudev said, I and God are one and always, always have been one. This is saying of Sri Gurudev. Aham saha, aham saha. In Sanskrit, there is a rule. If you reverse it, aham saha, saha aham, saha aham, saha aham. Do you know what it becomes? Soham. This is Sanskrit grammar. Saha, after, because it's ending with visarga and beginning with a, it becomes o. Soham, 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 hamsa, hamsa, soham, soham. To remember, I belong to God in every breath. To remember, God belongs to me in every breath. To remember, I am He. I am that. That is what it becomes Gayatri. Otherwise, only breath is not. The masters say, watch your breath, watch your breath. This is the beginning. If one person watches the breath, should ask, then what? Then what? Then what? After practicing, not just because curious mind will say, I will watch, then has to watch. Do you know, it was during first or second intensive Kriya Yoga seminar, one professor of economics was coming here and he was very good in acupressure. And he was, in other time, he used to, so he was very good. And he will pressure the foot. If you have trouble, you can't. Other will not feel anything. So He will press and somebody will really feel jerk in the body, just some murmur, where there is real trouble. He'll say, okay, you have this trouble. And that is true. One day I told, okay, you press me. He pressed everywhere, on the foot, everywhere. He said, you have no problem. I said, I have many problems. He said, what? I press so much, nobody can tolerate. If you have a problem, nobody will tolerate. I said, look, you are talking of pressing at this, but I have a problem. He didn't believe. But he was telling, when I told, what's your breath? After a few months, he came back. He said, Baba, I have a problem. I said, what happened? He said, watching breath. I said, then? He said, the best way to watch my breath, because I am commuting by bus from my home to the college, I quietly watch my breath. In no time, I feel sleep. And many times I forget when I have to get home. I said, it is a good sign that you are watching. But with watching, you remember this. Watch your breath, remembering God. Watch your breath, remembering God. Then he came. He said, now sleep is not coming, but mind is peaceful. The thing is, we are not practicing. That is why Sri Gurudev told, knowing too much, it's not. Know a little, practice more. Paramahansa Yogananji told, read a little, think of it more. And he told, read a little, meditate more, think of God all the time. It is Paramahansa Yogananji said, read a little, meditate more, think of God all the time. We have to practice. Now, pranayama is the extension or lengthening of the breath. Other meaning of yama, yam, it's sanyama. Pranayama is prana sanyama. Sanyama is discipline. Pranayama, real pranayama is disciplining life. Disciplining life. Sri Gurudev told, mind and breath are correlated and causally connected. This is exact word of Sri Gurudev. Mind and breath are correlated and causally connected. Causally connected, as I understood, with cause and effect relationship. Mind affects the breath, breath affects the mind. Mind is connected with breath, breath is connected with mind. Both, for example, some person said, I follow the path of knowledge. But with this, the mind is peaceful. I said, yes, if you observe at that time, your breath is also peaceful. When you change your thinking pattern, your mind is more focused in one thought. Naturally, the body becomes quieter, mind becomes quieter. There is less need of, the breath will be naturally slow. The contrary, practice breath control, regulation, the mind will be peaceful. That is why Sri Gurudev said, breath control is self-control. Gurudev said, breath mastery is self-mastery. So then breathlessness stage is deathlessness stage. Forget. The first is breath control is self-control. I'll control my breath and I'll control myself. Only breath regulation is not enough, I'm telling again and again. Your goals should be clear. Where the breath is going, where it is touching, Gurudev used to say, watch your breath and see from where he is inhaling and exhaling. So Gurudev had his handwritten diagrams. Those who buy or those who have seen the complete works of Sri Gurudev, I will encourage all of you. The complete work of Gurudev, it is a 10 volumes complete work. It is really a spiritual treasure. Many of his letters, many of his And even his handwritten diagrams, many diagrams are there. In one diagram, if you see, he has put the human body on the top, there is one injection syringe. Sometimes Gurudev had injection syringe in his pocket. And he took the injection syringe and he said, Duro, you have to prick the injection needle on the top of your head. Somebody got scared. What he's talking of? Because they didn't understand. He said just like pricking here, and he's pulling breath from. Who is pulling? Is breath going in and coming out by itself? If you ask the doctors will tell there is some chemical reaction in the brain which enables the lung and heart to function. So they're working. But the realized masters are telling, your chemical reaction, all right, we don't contradict you, but there is some spiritual energy, some power, some which people call as soul, people call as power of God within you, and that is making your breath going in and coming out. So watch from where? It is there, one can feel it. If the mind is peaceful, mind is calm, one can feel from where the breath is going and from where it is coming. And we have to practice it. Again, to quote Sri Gurudev, Gurudev said, an ounce of practice is better than tons of theories. Our class is tons of theories. But how long are you practicing? You came for this program to intensify your meditation. And today is the 4th day, I think. Today is the 4th day. So in 3 days, the program will be over. How sincere you are here, at least in your practice. How much self-motivated you are, committed you are, that I will not waste my time. I'll be steady and strong in my own practice. Time waste is life waste. And I'll tell you, some yogis say, it is the words of the yogis, but I have never read in any scripture. The human life is calculated with breath. Everybody is designated with a particular number of breath. As is your breath, so is your life, and so is your lifespan. Those who regulate their breath, make their breath peaceful, life becomes peaceful, life becomes healthy and divine. So it is in our hand. Let us close our eyes for a moment. With deep love, let us think of God and Sri Gurudev. Let us pray to God and Gurudev. Oh God, oh Gurudev, I am your child. I am so much grateful to you, thankful to you that I have got this opportunity to learn more about life, more about breath, more about mind, more about healthy and happy life. And not only in theory, but also in practice. I am watching my breath and I will continue it. I am conscious. Who am I? I will maintain it. I will not allow negativity to overpower me, to bring ignorance to forget you. Enough is enough. I have committed lots of mistakes. Forgive me, but you are my mother. You will clean my life. I know it, but I will give my love to you in every breath. I'll be good. I'll help others to be good. I'll be happy. I'll make others happy. I'll be peaceful. I'll bring peace, manifest peace in my thought, word, and activities. I'll be spiritual. I'll create spiritual environment wherever I go. Bless me to live a healthy, happy, and divine life, and be a good instrument, a messenger of yours wherever I go. I bow to you again and again. Let us chant Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina. Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina. Sarve Santu Niramayah. Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu. Ma Kaschit Dukha Bhag Bhavet. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. I bow to God. I bow to all the divine incarnations. I bow to all the masters of all times and all places. I bow to my beloved Gurudev. I bow to all of you and the entire creation. I pray for peace, progress, and prosperity everywhere. Om. Thank you all.